Hello! Welcome back to Sonic Frontiers. So, what I did between this stream and last stream was I went back and completed the first two maps. I also mapped out a portion of the third map. I haven't fully mapped it out. There's two areas I can't get to, and I'm guessing I have to advance story to get to them. But as you can see, we've got the map more or less done out. It's just this and this, which I can't get to just yet. I think those are story. But if I were to go, as you can see here, I fully mapped out these two. Now, we're going to quickly go here and do the remaining memories of Knuckles and Amy before we go and advance the story for Tails, just so we can get the full scope of everything. Also, a cool little thing. For completing the map, you get fast travel. So if I remember correctly, there's sages here. Yeah, so basically, how it works is the pillars that make up the levels. When you fully map out the map, you get the ability to teleport to those pillars. So we can use this to get around the map quickly and speak to Amy and Knuckles and Sage. Get like the full story.
How are you able to return from cyberspace so freely?
I don't know. I guess I'm just that awesome. Yeah. Although, I bet you'd have better insight on that.
I will not share data with the enemy. Besides, your survival may be a fluke. You cannot cheat fate forever.
Wow, thanks
You
for
sure?
the encouragement. I'll keep doing it until I figure out how to rescue Amy. Yeah, it doesn't matter if this is all one big trap or if you keep throwing weird robots at me. Nothing's gonna slow me down or stop me. Count on it.
Yep, sounds about right for Sonic. Okay, I do like that as we go through the game, Sonic is getting more, because we're getting more corrupted with each of those things. Alright, where's the next Amy memory? It's around here somewhere. There. So somewhere around here should be Amy's ghost that we can talk to for her memories. Ah, there she is. Here we are.
ones quite like this on our adventures.
Yeah, they're ancient, but also look kinda advanced. Wait, is retro sci-fi a thing? How were the tower and
I mean,
the floating
kind of,
giant
yeah.
stone built?
Tails is the genius among us. Let's find him and see if he can figure things out.
Right. I'm sure he'll hang on until I find him.
Alright, next memory is there. I'm not getting these in order, I'm just making sure I get them. Because then that way we get the full grasp of the story. Alright, she's up there, I think. Fuck, I suck at this. There we go.
It's beautiful here, but there's a loneliness here. The land feels sad and empty.
Yeah, I got the same feeling. I think it's tied to the ruins, weird robots, and other stuff we've encountered. But on the plus side, I've got plenty of room to run around.
And you never know how many new routes you may discover.
Yeah, I'll try not to have too much fun finding a way to restore you.
Alright, that's that memory done. There's a memory in Sage up here. So we'll hit this Amy one down here, and then we'll head up there to Sage. Oh, there's another one over here and another Sage. Okay, yeah. So we'll hit this Amy first. Also, as you can see, my attack and defense is slightly higher. That's because of me doing the map. Because you get a lot of seeds for filling the map in. That said, part of me wonders if I should do a playthrough without any upgrades. As in, I'll still buy the moveset stuff. Yep. We don't have to watch the cutscene every time.
So something's
I just
been
keep forgetting
bugging
to
me about
skip
these
it.
ruins. The whole reason we came was because Tails detected the Chaos Emeralds were drawn here, right? And now I'm finding digital keys and confinement towers that seem custom made to hold the emeralds. Like half this stuff was built with them in mind.
Maybe the ancients used the Chaos Emeralds in the past. We've learned of other past civilizations who did too.
Yeah, but those groups tried to use them. And the stuff here seems all about containment.
Maybe they knew something about their power that we don't. The Chaos Emeralds are still pretty mysterious, even after all
Yeah,
we've
they
done with
literally hold the embodiment of chaos. Or more so, they are the embodiment of chaos. Alright, next stop will be Sage and Amy up there.
Are you trying to figure out the mysteries about these ruins too? It's kind of spooky everyone seems to be gone, huh?
The technology of the ancients exceeds our modern understanding. Unwelcome pests like you will be swiftly eliminated.
Okay, I'm trying to be civil here, but are you saying they lost control of their tech and it wiped them out?
A little bit.
No!
Okay, okay. So you're not in a talking mood. I'll leave you be.
What I find funny about this is, despite her trying to kill Sonic for how long now, Sonic is still trying to be the civil one here. Heck yeah. Here we go.
You hanging in there, Amy? Is your condition, well, I don't know, uncomfortable?
It's certainly unsettling. But it makes a big difference being able to at least talk to you. Before you freed me, I couldn't see or hear anything clearly. It was like looking into a kaleidoscope that was always shifting. I couldn't tell if I was coming, going, or moving at all. I'd have gone crazy if you hadn't gotten me out.
You're tough. I know you'd have hung in there. Still, I'm glad I could get you out. And I'm not gonna stop until you're back to normal.
Alright. Sorry, I'm not speaking much on the memories. That's because I'm just trying to get the story bits from them. Okay. So there's a Sage here, and then Amy. Okay, this is the closest tower. But I can't quite teleport to it yet. Oh no, I need to actually go to the fast travel menu. Here we go. Marker on the map, and let's get moving.
Oh, hey! You show up everywhere. You know, I don't think we were ever properly introduced. I'm Sonic.
I know who you are. Your age, your biometrics, your weaknesses. You live for speed, are short-tempered, and short-sighted.
Oh, so you're a fan. But I don't know anything about you, Miss...
I will not share personal information with an enemy.
Why are we enemies? Weird kid. I don't really get a bad vibe off of her, though.
She is a definition of we're enemies. Why? I don't know. It's just the funny concept of she hates us, but doesn't know why she hates us. Alright, hold on. I'm gonna go kill this tower real quick. There she is.
These ruins are almost like a puzzle.
I know, right? I don't even know what I'm doing with most of these. I'm just running on instinct.
Well, the energy that powers them is linked to cyberspace, right? And you took on that power when you freed me. Maybe that link is giving you special insight? Maybe they use that link among themselves. Like, instead of a language, they shared their thoughts and feelings directly.
Yeah, maybe. Well, all I know is the idea of the map gets updated in my head, which brings me one step closer to rescuing you.
I like that they do actually acknowledge the map. So next is Ares Island, which is Knuckles. Alright, let's see. Where's our first Knuckles memory? Here we are. Side stories. Let's take a look. Okay, we got 5. Let's start here then. Any fast travel route near there? Yep, there's one right next to it. So I'm pretty sure Knuckles is up there. Yep. Ah, fuck. With the damage output I have, I should be able to kill Strider pretty quickly. Like that. Right, where was I? Oh yeah.
I know they're completely different islands, but some of these ruins are making me think of the ones back on Angel Island.
Why? Because they're made of stone? There are multiple architectural styles across the island. It's different types of stone, too. Plus, these ruins predate anything on Angel Island by a wide margin. Although, the spiritual spaces and military structures do share some similarities.
Okay, so the Ancients and Echidnas weren't related, but the one group must have inspired the other.
I like how Sonic just in one sentence just said the Echidnas stole it. And to me, that's just hilarious. Alright, up here we go.
Look at the size of this. What do you call it? Satellite dish? It's for communications, right?
Yeah, I've seen all sorts of crazy high-tech ancient tech across both islands.
How can something this old be this advanced? It's sturdy, too. I punched it. It didn't move at all.
Yeah, Nux, don't punch the ruins. Once I find Tails, maybe he can use them to figure out what happened here.
I really love that Knuckles'
I
go-to
already
here is,
discovered
I'ma
that it's
punch
sturdier
it.
than anything we've encountered. I don't think this material is from this world.
Okay, your flying nightmare is a step up from the giant. Very mobile. But it's going to end the same way.
How are you able to utilize the Chaos Emeralds? I must reassess the battle parameters. I cannot afford to have you win again.
Well, you know, you could call it off and let me save my friends in peace. No? Fine. We'll do it your way.
Yep. Since when has it ever been that easy, Sonic?
Amy said her cyber cage wasn't a fun time. How was it for you?
Miserable. Like a living nightmare. It was the most alone I've ever felt. And at the same time, I was drowning in terrible visions and emotions. Like I said, nightmare.
Yeesh. These visions, they weren't like what Tikal showed us way back when, were they? Do these ruins sync up to when your ancestors were wiped out?
I don't think so. But if you're right, and that prison was bringing back those memories, that's cruel. If I find out who designed it, they're gonna pay.
Yep. Just one more. Yep, so it's just up there. So I should be able to get up there just by following these around. Oop. Here we go. Last memory, and then we can get back into our progress as normal.
Besides the Coco, these islands seem deserted, don't they?
Yeah. I've seen a lot of the ancients' buildings on both islands, but nobody's home.
Given their state of decay, and how much nature's reclaimed them, I'd say they've been gone for a long time. Longer than any civilization we know of. I'd like to think that they simply moved on and settled somewhere else. Not that they're gone. Some of the active technology seems built for storing and protecting the Chaos Emeralds. Comparing that to what's on Angel Island, I feel like I was drawn here for a reason.
Yeah. I am interested in where the story's going. Like, how this is all gonna play out. Also, time to do some Sonic levels, because we need some Vault Keys. Also, apparently, no one else has struggled to get S ranks on levels, except for Island 1 Mission 2, that is the only mission I've seen everyone say is really hard to get an S on. Which, if you guys remember correctly, I spent like a good 45 to an hour trying to fucking do that level. Right, so we need to go to any of the level towers to start. There's also a Tails memory on the way. I may as well hit that. There's also a Tails memory by another by one of the level towers. Getting the memory things is really awkward for this island because none of the things actually give you a memory. As in, like, the memory tokens. Instead they open up paths into these things where you can get a shit ton of rings. But, like, the things you normally have to, like, Sonic Tornado don't give you memory tokens.
What I wouldn't give to study this ancient technology properly. It doesn't look like this was a projectile weapon.
So no ancient cannonballs then, huh? Wait, are you saying this is a beam weapon? Like on the egg carrier?
Exactly. From what I can tell, it has its own battery, independent of an outside power source. Moreover, its capacity is ludicrous. It could level a mountain. It's almost up there with the Eclipse cannon. But that was plugged into the Ark's reactor. This is freestanding. The Ancients' designs are amazing.
And fucking terrifying.
Cool and all, but, I mean, they built these things to shoot at something. Wow. What kind of enemy takes that much firepower to stop?
I feel like we're gonna learn that very soon. Maybe it was the Titans. Fuck. Alright, well, I've got enough gears that we can easily do a number of levels to earn ourselves the keys for the vaults. Oop. Also, I do like how the combat in this game has reached Devil May Cry and not combat. The boss music in this game has reached Metal Gear Rise and Devil May Cry status to a degree, in the way that it can make many fights just epic as fuck. So I've been watching some like compilations of people playing Giganto and Wyvern's theme over like other things. Alright, in we go. I feel this makes me want to do a run where I haven't upgraded my attack or defense, because I feel like this game's combat system would get the most out of it if I didn't kill everything in a couple of hits outside of the bosses, but actually had to use all the tools at my disposal. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Camera messy. Okay, that's fucking something. I have no idea how you're supposed to get the rings there. Okay, you can get through that bit pretty quickly. Okay, that was obviously to make you sweat. That one. Yeah, I don't know how we're supposed to get those rings. Okay, let's see what the S rank requirements are for the rings and the time. How the... Okay. This should be pretty... This shouldn't be too bad then. There we go. Whew, that was almost terrible at the end. Alright, that should be enough keys to open a thing. So I feel like this one is going to require more keys than the others. Maybe. Oh, never mind me. We've unsealed one of the vaults already. Right, so there should be a Tails memory around here as well. Ah, it's up there. Okay. Once you've got that, we'll go get the emerald and then advance story. God, the sudden camera changes mess me up so much.